Welcome to Senior Health Video. This video will talk about 12 hidden symptoms of heart failure that you should never ignore. Are your legs trying to tell you something your heart has been hiding all along? Many Americans over 60 wake up each morning feeling a strange heaviness in their feet, a mild swelling around the ankles, or a sudden chill that never seems to fade. They shrug it off as poor circulation or aging. But what if those small discomforts are actually early cries for help from a struggling heart? At this very moment, more than 6 million people in the United States are living with heart failure, and most of them had no warning chest pain, no dramatic collapse, no movie-style heart attack scene. Their first signs appeared quietly right where they least expected them in their legs and feet. This is the silent truth doctors are now emphasizing, and it could change how you see every step you take. Imagine realizing that the same feet carrying you through life are showing the earliest visible signs that your heart is running out of strength. The cold toes, the swelling, the sudden fatigue, they are not random. Each of them reflects a powerful chain reaction happening deep inside your body, where your heart is fighting to push blood through your system, but can no longer keep up. The frightening part is that 94% of people ignore these symptoms, believing they are harmless or temporary. Yet behind that illusion, the heart is quietly losing its ability to circulate oxygen, slowly starving vital organs of the life they depend on. But there is good news. Recognizing these hidden signs early could mean the difference between years of independence and a sudden medical crisis. In this video, we will uncover 12 scientifically proven symptoms that first appear in your legs and feet when your heart begins to fail, and we will explain exactly what each one means. The goal is simple: to help you see what your body has been trying to tell you before it is too late. Are you ready to listen? Number 1, cold feet. It often begins quietly. One morning you slip on your socks and notice your feet feel icy, even though the room is warm. You rub them together thinking it is just the cold floor or poor circulation. But what if that chill is not from the weather at all? What if it is your heart whispering that something is wrong? Cold feet are one of the earliest and most overlooked signs of heart failure. When the heart starts losing its pumping strength, it faces a life or death choice. It must decide where to send the limited blood it can still move. The brain, lungs, and kidneys win that battle. The feet lose. As circulation slows your toes and soles grow colder no matter how many layers you wear. Doctors call this peripheral hypoperfusion, and research from the journal Circulation confirms that patients with low cardiac output almost always report cold extremities before other symptoms appear. The reason is simple. Your feet are the farthest point from your heart and require the strongest push of blood to stay warm. When that push weakens, every step you take becomes a clue your body is struggling to keep up. The fix starts with awareness. Check your temperature by touch every morning. If your feet stay cold while your hands are warm, it is time to have your circulation tested. Some seniors restore blood flow through gentle walking light ankle movements and a short warm water soak to encourage circulation. But knowing this alone is not enough, because there is another signal that hides even deeper, and it can be far more dangerous. Number 2, pitting edema. After the chill in your feet, another silent sign begins to surface. You glance at your ankles and notice they look puffier than usual. Maybe your shoes feel tighter, or your socks leave deep marks that never used to appear. You tell yourself it is just from standing too long, but this swelling has a different story to tell. Pitting edema is one of the most revealing warnings that your heart is struggling to move blood effectively. Try this simple test. Press your finger firmly into the swollen area for about 10 seconds. When you lift your finger, does a small pit or indentation remain for several seconds? If yes, your body is sending a message that fluid is building up where it should not be. This occurs when the right side of the heart fails to pump blood back to the lungs properly, causing pressure in the veins to rise. That pressure forces fluid out of your blood vessels and into surrounding tissues. Studies published in the American Heart Journal have shown that this form of swelling is directly linked to right-sided heart failure. The sooner it is recognized, the sooner it can be treated before more serious damage occurs. Elevate your legs, move every hour, and speak with your doctor about reducing fluid retention safely. But even if the swelling fades, you should keep watching closely, because the next change happens not on your skin, but deep inside your muscles. Number 3, muscle weakness. At first it feels harmless. You climb a few steps and suddenly your legs feel heavier than before. You pause, take a breath, and tell yourself you are just tired. Yet what you are feeling could be far more serious. Unexpected muscle weakness in your legs is one of the clearest reflections of a heart that can no longer pump blood efficiently. Inside every muscle fiber lives a network that depends on oxygen and nutrients delivered by your bloodstream. When the heart weakens, those deliveries slow down, leaving your muscles starved for fuel. A landmark study in circulation heart failure found that patients with chronic heart failure lose significant levels of a key protein called myosin heavy chain, which is essential for muscle contraction. In plain terms, your legs begin to lose their physical power from the inside out. Daily activities that once felt effortless, like walking to the mailbox or standing from a chair, start feeling like uphill climbs. The good news is that gentle resistance training and circulation-boosting exercises can help rebuild this lost strength when guided by your doctor. Even small movements done consistently reawaken muscle fibers and improve oxygen flow. But knowing this truth is just the beginning, because the next sign often hides behind the numbers on your bathroom scale, and it can appear almost overnight. Number 4, rapid weight gain. One morning you step on the scale and your heart sinks. You have gained 5 or even 10 pounds in just a few days, yet your diet has not changed at all. Before blaming water retention from salty food, pause and consider this. Sudden and unexplained weight gain is often a warning sign that your body is holding onto fluid because your heart cannot circulate it properly. When the heart weakens, blood returning from the body slows down and pressure builds inside your veins. That pressure pushes fluid out of your blood vessels and into surrounding tissues, especially in the legs, feet, and abdomen. The Mayo Clinic proceedings identifies this as one of the most urgent red flags for congestive heart failure. Every extra pound may represent nearly a pint of trapped fluid, straining your lungs and kidneys as your body tries desperately to compensate. Pay close attention to your clothes and shoes. If your jeans suddenly feel tight or your shoes no longer fit comfortably, it might not be weight from food, but from fluid your body cannot release. To protect yourself, track your weight daily and call your doctor if it rises by more than 2 pounds overnight. But even this dramatic change is only part of the story, because the next symptom reveals itself through a color your body should never wear: the chilling blue of fading circulation. Number 5, bluish or dark legs. You look down one day and notice something strange. The skin on your feet or lower legs looks darker, almost bluish, as if the color has drained away from life itself. You try to rub warmth into it, but nothing changes. This is not just a skin issue. That blue or dusky tint is called cyanosis, and it signals that your blood is not carrying enough oxygen because your heart can no longer keep up. When circulation slows, oxygen-poor blood begins to collect in the veins, turning the skin shades of blue, purple, or gray. Doctors from the European Society of Cardiology describe cyanosis as one of the most visible warning signs of congestive heart failure. It often begins at the toes, then creeps upward toward the ankles and calves, becoming more noticeable after long periods of sitting or standing. This change means that your tissues are literally starving for oxygen. Without enough blood flow, your cells cannot function or repair themselves properly. The moment you see this color, your body is telling you to act immediately. Improving circulation through gentle movement, elevating your legs, and seeking medical care can make a life-saving difference. But even as the color fades, another danger is quietly forming: swelling that refuses to disappear, no matter how much rest you get. Number 6, swollen ankles. By the time you reach this stage, the signs are hard to ignore. Each evening, your ankles look thicker, your socks leave deep marks, and your shoes feel tighter than they did in the morning. You tell yourself it is normal aging or standing too long, but it is not. Persistent ankle swelling is one of the clearest and most common indicators that your heart is under serious strain. When the heart weakens, it struggles to push blood forward. That blood begins to back up, creating traffic in your veins, especially in the lower body where gravity pulls fluid down. The result is swelling that worsens as the day goes on and does not disappear with rest. According to research from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, ankle swelling not only signals existing heart failure, but also predicts how quickly the condition may progress. This is your body's way of waving a red flag before deeper complications develop. Try elevating your legs above heart level, reducing sodium intake, and staying lightly active to encourage venous return. Yet none of these should replace medical evaluation, because every ounce of trapped fluid is extra work for your already tired heart. But as worrying as this swelling is, another warning appears quietly on your skin, and this one reveals how deeply your circulation is being disrupted. Number 7. Slow wound healing. You notice a small scrape on your leg or foot and expect it to close within a few days, but weeks pass and it barely improves. You clean it, cover it, and wait, yet it stays red, dry, and sore. Delayed healing is a powerful sign that your circulation has weakened and your heart is not sending enough oxygen-rich blood to your tissues. Every healing process requires oxygen, nutrients, and immune cells to reach the wound site. When heart function declines, that supply chain slows dramatically. A major study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people with congestive heart failure experience significantly slower wound healing because their tissues remain in a state of chronic oxygen deprivation. The body cannot build new cells or fight infection effectively, so even a tiny cut can turn into a stubborn sore. If you notice wounds that last for weeks, take it seriously. Support your healing by keeping your legs clean, elevating them to reduce swelling, and improving circulation with light movement approved by your doctor. Most importantly, never ignore these persistent sores because they reveal much more than a skin problem. But this is only the surface of the struggle because the next signal strikes deeper inside your muscles, turning every step into a painful reminder that your heart is falling behind. Number 8. Leg cramps or pain. While walking, at first it seems like normal fatigue. You start walking to the mailbox or up a short hill, and suddenly your calves tighten with sharp pain. You stop rest for a moment, and the pain eases, only to return once you start moving again. This recurring ache, known as claudication, is a strong signal that your muscles are not getting the oxygen they need because your heart is struggling to pump blood effectively. According to the Journal of Cardiac Failure, reduced cardiac output limits oxygen delivery to large muscles, forcing them into distress during even light activity. Over time, the legs grow weaker, and everyday movements like grocery shopping or climbing stairs begin to feel like endurance tests. The pain is not just physical. It reflects how hard your body is working to maintain balance while circulation fails to meet demand. If you experience this, slow down and rest often, but never ignore the pattern. Gentle walking programs combined with doctor-guided heart care and proper hydration can help improve blood flow and reduce these painful spasms. The key is catching it early before the damage spreads. Yet as night falls and the body tries to rest, another strange and restless symptom begins to appear, one that few people ever realize is connected to their heart. Number 9. Restless legs at night. After a long day, you finally lie down hoping for rest, but your legs have other plans. They twitch, tingle, and ache, as if alive with their own pulse, forcing you to move constantly. You try stretching, changing positions, even massaging them, but the strange sensations keep returning. This frustrating experience, known as restless leg syndrome, affects nearly 78% of people with heart failure, according to studies in sleep medicine reviews. It happens because fluid that has built up in your lower legs during the day begins to shift upward once you lie flat. As this trapped fluid moves, it puts pressure on nerves and alters electrolyte balance, triggering a crawling or burning sensation that makes relaxation impossible. The lack of oxygen from poor circulation only adds to the discomfort, keeping the nerves overactive long into the night. Over time, sleepless nights lead to exhaustion, weakened immunity, and even higher heart strain. The best approach is to reduce evening fluid intake, elevate your legs before bed, and maintain gentle activity during the day to limit fluid buildup. But even as you fight for sleep, another change may be happening right before your eyes, one that reveals itself through the veins that wind across your legs like a hidden warning map. Number 10. Worsening varicose veins. You might glance at your legs one morning and notice veins that look darker, thicker, or more twisted than before. They were always there, but now they seem to bulge painfully after only a short time standing. This sudden worsening of varicose veins can be a clear sign that your heart is struggling to manage the pressure within your circulation system. When the heart weakens, blood returning from the lower body slows down, building pressure in the veins. Those veins depend on small one-way valves to push blood upward, but under this constant stress, the valves begin to fail. Blood starts pooling in your legs, causing the veins to stretch, twist, and become visible under the skin. Research published in Vascular Medicine has confirmed that the rapid progression of varicose veins often parallels the development of heart failure. The swelling and aching you feel are your body's cry for help. Avoid sitting or standing for too long and use light compression socks if your doctor recommends them. Most importantly, take these visible changes seriously because they are a mirror reflecting what is happening inside your chest. Yet even as veins grow darker, another clue appears not in color but in texture. And it tells you how drastically your circulation is reshaping the skin itself. Number 11, shiny or thin skin. You glance at your lower legs and notice that your skin looks different. It seems stretched smooth, almost glassy, as if light is reflecting off it in an unnatural way. You touch it and realize it feels thinner, fragile, and oddly tight. This glossy appearance is not cosmetic. It is a warning that fluid has been building up beneath your skin due to poor circulation from a failing heart. As fluid leaks from blood vessels into surrounding tissues, it stretches the skin beyond its natural limit, flattening the pores and erasing tiny lines that give skin its normal texture. The journal Heart and Lung describes this as a structural change caused by chronic fluid overload in patients with congestive heart failure. Over time, the skin becomes so thin that even light friction can cause tears or infections. These visible changes are more than surface-level problems. They are a map of what is happening underneath, where pressure and swelling are reshaping your tissues. If you notice shiny, tight, or unusually fragile skin on your legs, act quickly. Support your heart, keep your legs elevated, and seek professional advice before damage deepens. But this transformation of your skin is not the final clue, because the next signal reaches even deeper into the nerves themselves, where every sensation becomes distorted and painful. Number 12, numbness or tingling in the feet. At first, it feels like your feet are just falling asleep. A faint tingling, a few pins and needles, maybe a little numbness that fades when you move. But over time, it happens more often, lasting longer, and sometimes spreading to your toes or ankles. This constant numb or burning sensation is a sign that the nerves in your feet are being deprived of oxygen and compressed by fluid buildup, a direct result of poor circulation from heart failure. Research published in current heart failure reports shows that these sensory changes are surprisingly common among patients with congestive heart failure. When blood flow slows, two things happen. Fluid trapped in the lower legs presses against tiny nerve fibers, while oxygen-starved nerves begin to misfire, sending false signals to your brain. The result is a mix of tingling, prickling, or complete loss of feeling that can make walking unsafe and balance unpredictable. Some seniors describe it as walking on thick socks or wooden blocks instead of feet. The solution starts with controlling fluid retention, improving heart function, and keeping blood moving through gentle daily activity. Yet understanding these 12 signs is only half the battle, because what truly matters is recognizing that your legs and feet are speaking for your heart before it becomes too late to listen. You have just discovered what most people never realize until it is too late. Your legs and feet are not simply supporting your body. They are the first messengers of your heart's condition. Every symptom we talked about, the cold, feet swelling, muscle weakness, restless nights, and tingling sensations, is your body's way of pleading for attention before a real emergency strikes. The truth is that heart failure does not arrive overnight. It whispers through small daily signals that too many people dismiss as normal aging. But now you know how to listen, and that knowledge alone could protect your future. Here is what you can do starting today. Pay attention to small changes in your legs, ankles, and feet. Keep a simple daily record of swelling, color, temperature, and weight. Move a little each hour to keep your blood flowing. Eat heart-friendly foods rich in potassium, omega-3s, and antioxidants. Stay hydrated, manage stress, and talk with your doctor before symptoms progress. These steps may seem small, but together they rebuild circulation and give your heart the relief it has been asking for. Remember, early action saves lives, and it can absolutely save yours too. If this video helped you understand your body better, please tap the like button, save this video to watch again, and subscribe to our channel. Here we share trusted health education and the latest science on nutrition, lifestyle, and senior care. Join our growing community of people who believe aging should be healthy, independent, and strong. You deserve to feel confident and protected in every heartbeat. Stay with us for our next video where we reveal the everyday foods that can naturally strengthen your heart and boost circulation. Until then, take care of yourself and your heart because it has been taking care of you all along.